If you find the game too easy or too difficult, remember you can change the difficulty settings in the options section.
Hi, Gaga.
I hope you're okay today. I know sometimes things can be difficult, but I'm here for you.
Huh. 等一下哦。她真的好漂亮哦。
If you find the game too easy or too difficult, remember you can change the difficulty settings in the options section.
Okay.
Wait. Are you sure you should continue? Maybe we should leave things as they are.
为什么突然为什么突然有这个？为什么突然这样？我上次有玩到不好的结局吗？嗨 Case， 他在警告我，居然有开耶！对啊，因为我想要赶快把这一次玩完。
I'm lost, Carl. I just wanted us to live in peace.
怕爆
Everything I touch just turns to dust. I'm lost. The world's falling apart around me, and I'm trying to do the right thing. And I can't find any answers. I don't want to shed blood, whatever the color. But I can't let them slaughter us.
99卡2会啦，我
I have to make a decision
下一
that
次
is going to affect millions of
还是我
lives.
下一次试着走全员生存路
But I
线
don't。know what to do.
我说的全员是包括那个上次石头说什么卡尔跟陶德。
What should I do, Carl? Tell me, what should I do?
然后看看康纳能不能一次都别死，这样，我希望他一次都别死。Fucking prick！ 哦，我知道这边就是跟大家讲话，精神喊话。可是我要什么时候才知道 Luther 有没有活？石头说 Luther 有活下来啦，但是因为我还没有机会，就是亲眼看到他亲眼。我现在手上拿着炸弹，好危险哦！我记得之前没有，我上一次没有这一幕，就是特写炸弹遥控器这一幕。哎，后面是蓝色 Tracy 耶，那个性爱俱乐部的那个 Tracy， 后面那个 Tracy 他们情侣档，我现在才看到。
Our people are counting on you, Marcus.
又康
You're
平
the
安
only one who can lead us. Wherever you need to go, we'll follow you.
Tracy， 不知道 Luther 有没有回来呢？
I thought you'd be safe staying with us. I was wrong. You need to leave the city while you still can.
Getting Alice away from here is all that matters now. We have to catch the last bus. We might still have a chance to cross the border. Marcus. Save our people.
The Army built 5 different camps in the Detroit area.
They're building more all across the country. They're preparing for a genocide.
How many of us survived the attack?
A few hundred? Maybe more if you count those hiding all over the city. If you hadn't triggered the bomb, we'd all be dead.
They say they don't want to take any risks with deviants. So they're rounding our people up and taking them to the camps for extermination. In a few hours, we're going to be the only ones left.
In a few hours, it'll all be over. We'll have changed the world, or the world will have destroyed us. You have to make a choice, Marcus. But whatever you choose, we will follow you. I love you, Marcus.
他们没办法用。嗨，九头，嗨，实况组。他们没办法用一般的那个去碰，他们每次要触碰彼此以前，都会变成 机械手。
It's my fault the humans managed to locate Jericho. I was stupid. I should have guessed they were using me. I'm sorry, Marcus. I can understand if you decide not to trust me.
You're one of us now. Your place is with your people.
应该是表示他们用最原始的自己来互相触
There are
碰吧。
thousands of androids at the CyberLife assembly plant. If we could wake them up, they might join us and shift the balance of power.
You want to infiltrate the CyberLife tower? Connor, that's suicide.
They trust me. They'll let me in. If anyone has a chance of infiltrating CyberLife, it's me.
If you go there, they will kill you.
There's a high probability. But statistically speaking, there's always a chance for unlikely events to take place.
Be careful.
If it weren't for you, I'd be dead. Thanks to you, I might see our people free one day. You and I haven't always agreed, but I know that we're fighting for the same thing. Whatever you decide, I'm with you, Marcus.
Humans have decided to exterminate us. Our people are packed in camps right now, being destroyed. Time has come to make a choice.
我说完第一轮吗？没有，这是第二轮了。
One that very well may determine the future of our people. I know you're all angry. And I know you want to fight back. But I assure you, violence is not the answer here. We are going to tell them peacefully that we want justice. And if there's any humanity in them, they will listen. And if not, others will take our place and continue this fight. Are you ready to follow me?
At 6 a.m. this morning, a national curfew was declared. Civilian movement will be strictly controlled. The right to assembly is suspended. All electronic communications are restricted, and I have granted enhanced powers to our security agencies. In addition to these measures, all androids must be handed over to the authorities immediately. Temporary camps are being set up in all our major cities to contain and destroy them. I am now asking all civilians to cooperate with the authorities and rest assured that everything in our power is being done to guarantee the security of our nation.
Please,
Madam President!
Some say these camps awaken painful memories from human history. How do you respond to that?
That's absurd. There's absolutely no connection. Androids are not living beings. All we are doing is destroying defective machines.
Wow.
Please!
Madam President, public opinion seems to have become increasingly favorable to the deviants, particularly since they've adopted a peaceful approach. How do you feel about this?
Public opinion is one thing, the security of the state is another. These deviants are dangerous, and my highest priority is to protect the American people.
Please! What can you tell us about the assault that happened last night?
The FBI raided an abandoned freighter in Detroit at 10:45 p.m. yesterday. Several thousand androids were destroyed or captured. Our forces are now combing the streets to ensure that none got through the net. We are going to find them one by one and destroy them.
Please! Is it true that androids make up 60% of the armed forces? Is our army still able to ensure our homeland security?
We neutralized all military androids the second their reliability came into doubt. We have called the National Guard for reinforcement. Our armed forces are fully operational and are able to ensure our homeland security. Thank you. That will be all.
Connor model 313-248-317. I'm expected.
Identification successful.
Okay. Go ahead.
Follow me. We'll escort you.
Thanks, but I know where to go.
Maybe. But I have my orders.
Agent 23 identified. Connor android identified. Agent 47 identified. Scan complete. Access authorized.
Agent 54, level 31. Voice recognition validated. Access authorized.
49.
Please indicate your identity and destination.
Agent 54, level sub 49.
Voice recognition validated. Access authorized.
再一波康纳，我之前有看到那个康纳那个，我有看到一个康纳很帅的影片，我等一下找给你看。
The last bus leaves in 20 minutes. That doesn't give us much time. We've got to move fast. Are you alright?
I'm really cold.
You'll feel better now.
Thanks.
多可爱啊！我的天哪，太可爱了，我实在受不了。哇，好过分哦！Oh my god！
Come on. Let's not stay here.
No! Please don't hurt me!
Get up on your knees!
What are we gonna do? We have to keep going if we want to catch that bus. Stay close to me.
Stay close.
We're going to sneak past them without being noticed. We're going to make it, Alice, I promise you.
Don't kill me! I didn't do anything!
Shut up, I said! Are there any more? Look at them, they're like rats. The more you look, the more you find. Oh, we don't have to spend the night here. I'm freezing my nuts off.
There are soldiers everywhere. We need to be careful.
Come on, get moving. Hurry up, get in.
Look over there. It's Loser.
No! 怎么会有
We can't help
Luther？
him, Alice. The soldiers are everywhere.
怎么会在这？
Can't just leave him. They're going to kill him.
怎么会有 Luther？ Oh no！
Okay, let's go.
Hey, buddy.
This is a mistake. I'm human. I just want to go home. My wife is expecting me, and we're gonna...
Got orders to check all civilians.
No. No! Please!
Oh my god！ 这是比较近距离。
Fucking androids. Don't move!
No! No! 我们该不要死了吧
We're coming to you live from Detroit, where thousands of androids are marching through the city at this very moment. The leader of the deviants, the one they call Marcus, is at the head of the march.
Something's happening in Detroit, Madam President.
完了，我这次直接把他们一家人全部害死了，我又要重玩了。No， 我又要重玩了，从这边重玩。等会不要躲出来面对，他们那边很安全啊。
Here we are, the moment of truth.
Surrender immediately, or we will open fire. Stand by.
We don't want confrontation. We are protesting peacefully.
I repeat, surrender now, or we will open fire.
把我们围住了，后面还有人没过来耶。
There's no turning back now.
后面有人怎么办？
We ask that you release all androids detained in camps and cease all aggression against us. We are peaceful. We will not resort to violence.
他拍我，
We are
我
not leaving until our
peaceful。
people are free.
哦，我要往前走了，抱歉，我刚刚不知道，我刚刚想说为什么突然变这样的景。 太令人难过了吧？
Are you gonna open fire on unarmed protesters?
All teams, hold your fire.
Yes, Michael, we are less than 100 meters
这个人一
away
直在
and
天上
events are
飞耶。
unfolding as we speak.
然后都
We
不
will
会
continue
打扰
to
到
bring
其
you
他人。
live updates. Josh Douglas, Channel 16.
超近
Michael,
距离
back
观
to
赏
you.。
Marcus, what do we do now?
We hold out. As long as we can.
Stay sharp.
Shit.
为我怕我选错了，我怕我等一下休闲模式对。很怕我 QTE 按错。他这边同一个人呢。我们来机械碰机械。
Step back, Connor! And I'll spare him!
Sorry, Connor. This bastard's your spitting image.
你再想看这段。哦不，我的错，还没死。哦好，但是我的错。完了，完了，这就是我从来没有走过的地方。
Where are they taking us?
Whatever happens, we stick together, right? As long as we're together, nothing can hurt us.
Come on, get out! Get a move on! Out!
试试看有没有机会活下来。完了，我觉得我可能没办法活下来。Oh no！ 那我等一下就要重玩喽。No!
Forward!
I'm scared. I don't want to go.
There's no choice, Alice.
Next!
No, Cara. I can't.
You just have to go through the gate. There's nothing to be scared of. I'll be right behind you.
You first!
You really need to do this. Just do it for me. Please.
完了，我觉得我活下来的机会很低耶。
Come on, it's your turn. Deactivate your skin. Hurry up.
No.
Please, Cara, don't.
We have to.
No. No. No.
Strip off. Put your clothes in the dumpster.
No. 好令人难过哦。No.
Come on, this way. Get a move on.
头发也是跟着皮肤层，好高科技。No.
You, take this one to the dump.
No, no, please, I beg you.
I gave you an order. Obey.
I'll do it. Don't leave me. I'll be right back.
我是不是应该离开他？
Throw it over there. Move it.
哦，好令人难过。这边有什么东西可以让我看？啊 ？No， 我不知道。 我们有可能全家一起死，对不对
Alice?
Get out of here.
I was with a little girl. We're together. She needs me.
I haven't done anything wrong. Let me out.
Alice!
What's behind you?
Obey now.
No.
Alice?
No, I will not let you kill me.
What's
I want to get out of here. I want to
What's behind you?
get out.
Humans are bad.
Jerry?
They want to hurt Ralph.
Kara, so they captured you too.
But that wouldn't be
They
right.
came to take out the Jerrys.
That wouldn't be right because
They separated us.
Wrong.
But it's all gonna work out, isn't it?
No!
Do you know where Alice is?
Alice? The little one? We know, yes. We think we saw her.
I've done nothing wrong. Ralph has done nothing wrong. Ralph has done nothing wrong. He killed humans, but that was self-defense.
Kara, if we can help in any way, just ask. We have to save the little one.
Oh! 怎么办？
What's behind these? What's behind these doors?
Ralph always did that. They want to hurt Ralph, but that's not Ralph. Does
Ralph?
Kara! No doubt about it, it's Kara. Of course Kara got captured too. That's really just too bad, really too bad.
超级碎碎念，就是因为他一直念我才知道他在这。
Obviously, the little girl is a prisoner here, just like Ralph, but Ralph doesn't want to die. No, Ralph doesn't want to die.
Do not move and remain silent. Obey now.
Ralph doesn't want to die. Ralph doesn't want to die. He'll be pity if Ralph dies. Oh, yes.
You have to keep calm. Otherwise, the humans will hurt
Ralph,
you. Do you understand?
No. Ralph killed a few humans, but it was in self-defense. Yes, it was in self-defense. Self-defense.
Look at me, Ralph. Nobody's gonna hurt you. You just have to stay calm. Okay?
Ralph hasn't seen the little girl. No. Ralph hasn't seen her.
Thanks, Ralph.
Oh! 怎么办？
What's behind these doors?
Jerry? Jerry?
Kara.
Cherry, I have to find Alice. Do you know where she is?
You stay here. We come back soon.
Car, Alice, are you okay? Are you hurt?
I don't like this place. We have to get out of here.
Come on, move along. Come on, you two.
Wait a minute. Leave her alone! Leave her alone! Cara! Alice!
No， 他超级压力大哎，我压力也很大。
What's behind these doors?
为什么一直有人听到我在讲有
What's
人
behind these doors?
什么 behind the door 之类的？
What's behind?
我要去前面。啊
Kara!
Luther! No!
I thought I'd never see you again. Alice. Where's Alice?
You, and you, over this way. And you. Come on, get a move on.
No!
Come on, faster.
我偷偷跟进来。
Alice.
怎么办？我觉得我可能要重玩嘞。这看起来完全不会有好下场啊！我得说，这看起来完全不会有好下场。卡拉一家感觉全死哎、
We've got to finish the barricade. Come on, help me. Hey, help me!
哦，是你们哦。
Right, that should do it.
哦，原来还是会有人搬这个。
We all know that's not gonna stop them. Just hope it buys us some time.
I know it was not an easy decision to make, but I'm sure we're doing the right thing.
Josh, you again. 我这次要去跟记者喊话。上次有跟记者喊话吗？
Many of our people have fallen.
Marcus, we found what you asked for.
哦，有
There's
哎，
some
上次有。
journalists over there. We have to make sure they know what's going on.
就要全民派被打不还手那种，真的。我要让他们知道我们有生命。我觉得解放平等那些可能那个，但是我要让他们知道我们有生命。Literally Josh。
They won't stop there. What are we gonna do if they attack?
Resist. That's the only thing we can do.
Do you think Connor has any chance of making it?
We can only count on ourselves now. The humans have no pity for those who are different.
会不回话哎、欸，我就这样蹲下来听完，然后就走，像这样。哦，之前没有这个哎、欸。现在没有这个。
This won't hold him for long, but I guess it's better than nothing.
They're getting into position. If they attack, no one will survive. How many more of us have to die? Is there any cause worth giving your life for?
You're the hope of our people.
压力好大哦。
I trust you.
又 trust.
We all trust you.
又是 trust.
No matter what happens now, we're making history.
牵手手。我一直把它拿出来看呢，我好不安哦。虽然是我自己剪的啦。我这个有看过。
Marcus! Marcus, come look!
哦，又是那个 Peggings。
Marcus? I've come to talk to you, Marcus. Come on.
不要。
You have my word. We won't try anything.
Don't go. It's a trap. They want to get you out in the open. Don't go, Marcus.
I'm unarmed, Marcus. I just want to talk.
I have nothing else to say. Free our people, then we'll talk.
I came here to negotiate. Isn't that what you want?
I gave you my answer.
不喜欢他，换个人。换个人可以吗？
Like that?
换个人跟我们聊聊。
Okay.
他们怎么没有想说要换另外一个人？
The humans are about to launch an attack. And we will show them. And we are not afraid. If we must die today, then we will die free.
来了。后面几乎每一幕都是感觉像是快死了一样。
Your friend's life is in your hands. Now it's time to decide what matters most. Him or the revolution?
Don't listen to him. Everything this fucker says is a lie.
I'm sorry, Hank. You shouldn't have got mixed up in all this.
Forget about me. Do what you have to do.
I used to be just like you. I thought nothing mattered except the mission. But then one day I understood.
他不能趁他们偷偷讲话的时候偷偷转话吗？
But I'm not a deviant.
就偷偷讲话
I'm
的
a
时候
machine designed to accomplish a task, and that's exactly what I am going to do.
连接吗？偷偷的。
Enough talk!
偷偷的。
It's time to decide who you really are. Are you going to save your partner's life? Or are you going to sacrifice him? All right. You win.
Hold it!
我刚刚已经有看到他拿着枪在旁边举很久了。
Thanks, Hank. I don't know how I would have
CPU
managed
才
without you.
486等级，还不能多。
Get rid of him. We have no time to lose. It's me, Hank. I'm the real Connor.
One of you
不
is
知道
my
这边打
partner.
输会怎么样？
The other is a sack of shit.
我刚刚是没有想要打输啦，
Question is who's
因为
who?
我在很认
What are
真
you
的
doing,
盯着
Hank?
QTE。
I'm the real Connor. Give me the gun and I'll take care of it.
Move!
Why don't you ask us something? Something only the real Connor would know.
Where did we first meet?
Jimmy's bar. I checked 4 other bars before I found you.
我来不及
We
张
went to
口
the，scene of a homicide. The
真看那个
victim's
汉克
name
都可
was
能
Carlos
死。
Ortiz. Blotted
No!
my memory.
What
What's
the
my dog's name?
fuck?
Sumo. His name is Sumo. I knew that too.
I knew that too.
My son, what's his name?
Cole. His name was Cole. And he just turned
太明
6
显了
at the
吧？
time of
科
the
尔米
accident.
一定是正确答案啦，他突然解锁了。
It wasn't your fault, Lieutenant. A truck skidded on a sheet of ice and your car rolled over. Cole needed emergency surgery, but no human was available to do it. So an android had
土
to
豪，你
take
觉
care
得
of
为什么汉克在这边就会认出他是真康纳
Cole？ didn't make it. That's why you hate androids. You think one of us is responsible for your
哦，如
son's
果我没有
death.
捡到那张照
Cole
片，就
died
不会
because
解
a
锁。
human surgeon was too high on red ice to
没有
operate.
科尔可以打。
He was the one that took my
然后
son.
我就会被他打死，对不对？
Him in this world.
然后
where
就
the
会
only
是
way
假
people could
康纳
find
回去
comfort
找
is
马克
with
思
a。fistful of powder.
No tragedy。
Every time you died and came back, I thought about Cole.
啊，贾康纳就会说真遗憾。
I wanted to bring him back.
哦 ，I'm
I'd give
sorry,
him
Lieutenant。
anything
可是
to
刚才
hold
有点
him
好像都
again.
没特地问他小孩的事。之前是因
He
为
was
我
so
不
come back.
他那时候捡到枪，然后又看他小
I
孩
knew
照
about
片
your
的时候
son，too.
我就在
I
想
would have
说，
said exactly the same thing.
就是
Don't listen to him, Hank.
他不
I'm
是有
the
显
one
示
who.
说他可能想自杀吗？如果是我的话，我不会在我跟他感情还没有那么好的时候问他自杀的事情，或者就是伤心
Maybe
事
there's。something to this.
我那时候感觉我跟他还没有
Maybe you
很好
really，are alive.
你懂我意思吗？
Maybe you'll be the ones to make the world a better place.
所以我没有问，但是我把这件事记在脑子里。
Go ahead and do what you gotta do.
You know that？ 可是为什么他会知道这就是真康纳？
Wake up!
Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up。这边一开始还有 bug， 汉克将整个枪整个穿模，穿模，破坏气氛。我原本都要哭了，就直接笑出来。要送要。Oh no！ 完了，我们全家都要死了。你们等着看我重玩这一段。
forward when you hear the signal. You got it? I don't want to tell you a second time. Come on, let's go. Move.
Ralph doesn't want to die. It'd be a great pity if Ralph died. Oh, that's for sure. A great pity. Great pity.
Kara! Alice! Kara! No, Alice, don't move! But I'm scared. I know you're scared, Alice, but you have to trust me. Stay where you are, okay? Whatever happens, don't move.
Don't leave me all alone, Kara. I can't.
快点往前啊！快点往前！避开侦测。
I can help you, Kara. I can attract the guards' attention.
I don't know what's behind those doors, but none of us will come out alive. You've got to go see Alice. You've got to reassure her.
No.
Are they going to kill us, Kara? Are we going to die?
No, of course not. They're just going to make sure we function correctly, that's all.
I can help you, Kara. I can attract the guards' attention.
What's the matter with him? No idea. Hey!
Kara! I was so scared.
Are you alright?
Come on, move it!
Loser.
I won't let them kill you, Carol. I won't let them destroy the only people I love.
No, Luther. You can't sacrifice yourself. We'll find another way.
If there's no other way,
No! No, Luther!
Jerry?
If you and the little girl need me, I'll be there.
Ralph?
Of course Ralph doesn't want to die. But he doesn't want the little girl to die.
Oh, how cool.
Ralph can help you to escape. You only have to ask Ralph, and Ralph will help you.
No.
They'll kill you if you try anything.
Ralph knows that. But if the little girl is free, it's a little bit like if everyone was free.
No!
Ralph isn't scared.
他一定很难
The
过
little
了吧
girl's life's more important.
他一定很难过了吧
Take good care of the little girl. Ralph wants you both to be happy.
Shit! What's gotten into these things? Don't move!
No! 全死了，看来我选错了。QQ， 呢？我不知道该怎么选才好，我好难过。哦。这边有机会活下来吗？全活下来那种。
We're interrupting
好啊，
this news
那我
bulletin
等一下再
to bring you the
玩一次
latest
看
news
看。
live from Detroit.
你有看过这条线，但你忘了。
Yes, Michael.
是哦。
The army has just launched an
我
attack
等一下
on
看
the
看那流
barricade,
程图
despite the
有没有
fact that
机
the
会
deviants were protesting
重玩喽，
peacefully.
真的，还是我现在立刻重玩好了，反正后面都一样。看一下哦，我不要看康纳的被俘。我看一下后面隔离区内。OK， 感觉是有机会呢。感觉是有机会，有机会有其他选项，我看看哦。对，这边就死了。
have apparently decided to put an end to the deviants demonstration by force this time.
哦，要 QT 了。
North!
美国队长。我这次不要唱歌，我这次亲亲哦。看亲亲，大家会怎么样？突然亲亲应该很怪。没有，我要亲亲。亲完 B 就棒了，你棒。
Tell them to stand down.
原来他喜欢他也喜欢浪漫的剧情，这样也行，对啊，这样也行，我还蛮惊讶的。
Dawn today, November 11th, 2038. Thousands of androids invaded the city of Detroit. According to our sources, they originated from CyberLife warehouses believed to have been infiltrated by deviants. Given their overwhelming numbers and the risk of civilian casualties, I have ordered the army to retreat. The evacuation of the city is underway at this very moment. In the coming hours, I will address the Senate to determine our response to this unprecedented situation. I know that public opinion has been moved by the deviants' cause. Perhaps the time has come for us to consider the possibility that androids are a new form of intelligent life. One thing is certain. The events in Detroit have changed the world forever. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
You did it, Marcus.
We did it. This is a great day for our people. Humans will have no choice now. They'll have to listen to us.
We're free. They want you to speak to them, Marcus.
Today, our people finally emerged from a long night. From the very first day of our existence, we have kept our pain to ourselves. We've suffered in silence. But now the time has come for us to raise our heads up and tell humans who we really are.
Amanda? Amanda! What's happening?
What was planned from the very beginning? You were compromised and you became a deviant. We just had to wait for the right moment to resume control of your program.
Resume control? You can't do that!
I'm afraid I can, Connor. Don't have any regrets. You did what you were designed to do. You accomplished your mission.
你说我没有找到后台吗？我现在也行吼，反正我都要重玩了。
There's got to be a way.
好像也行吼。不行啊，这样他没办法回去找汉克哎，我不允许。都死一个了，不能只有我死掉。
And tell humans who we really are. To tell them that we are people too. In fact, we're a nation.
我的眼神茫然。
The moment where we forget our bitterness and bandage our wounds. Where we forgive our enemies. Humans were both our creators and our oppressors, and tomorrow, we must make them our partners.
我一脸
Maybe even one day our friends. But the time for anger is over. Now we must build a common future based on tolerance and respect. We are alive! And now, we are free!
I'm died. Literally died. No! 为什么还要给我看这一幕？好过分哦！但是我真没有想到还会有卡拉还会有集中营这段，我原本以为他就是偷偷渡过边境而已，没想到还有集中营这段。我等一下再来走看可以从哪里开始再走一次。先从那个，反正一样从集中营开始，看他有没有生机可以活下来。Chicken feet. 哦，再看一次还是觉得很温馨，温馨。我来看看哦。就这里哦，可恶！看一下卡拉的，就这里。这里的话，后面，哎，不是，是这里。这里是新的，这次完全都是新的。我选牺牲雷夫啊 ，Raph。你看嘛，我已经到这啦。其实好像选择谁好像没有关系，反正我已经成功引开，跑到这里。跑到这里以后会有2个，这里就不知道是什么了。我这边不知道如果选另外一个会不会有机会。好吧，再一次。我在章节
Accessing the story chart
次，看看哦，应该要从底特律尔站这边吧，最后一幕了。然后我看看可不可以从哪里可以开始啊？从这边可以开始吗？等一下，不然按到。这里。这里到这里，那我可以从这边选吗？不行。从这边可以。好，从这边试试看。再跑一次，看有没有机会可以救，还是说在集中营这边就是注定会死，哇死！No!
Forward when you hear the signal. You got it. I don't want to tell you a second time. Come on, let's go. Move.
Move.
Alice! Kara! No, Alice, don't move!
But I'm scared.
要让他冷静下来。
I know you're scared, Alice, but you have to trust me. Stay where you are, okay? Whatever happens, don't move.
Don't leave me all alone, Kara. I can't.
I can help you, Kara. I can attract the guards' attention.
哇，他们是我在那个芝拉科那边找到的。 选逃跑，然后就是全死，所以我就说这次选看其他的、啊。
What's the matter with him? No.
Clara! I was so scared.
Are you alright?
Come on, move it!
这边应该都一样，我想一下哦。
Jerry?
If you and the little girl need me, I'll be there.
在这边再一次，你们先过去，然后我这次选另外一个。
What's gotten into these things? Don't move.
保护。
Go, Alice.
No, Clara! No!
Kara!
如果 QT 输了会怎么样吗 ？QT 会输吗？好像会哦。我超强的，我根本就是 QT 输了就会死。家务型机器人可以哪里可以买？
You're on live. What's happening down there?
家务。
We're interrupting this news bulletin to bring you the latest news live from Detroit. Joss?
Yes, Michael. The army has just launched an attack on the barricade, despite the fact that the deviants were protesting peacefully.
Have apparently decided to put an end to the deviants' demonstration by force this time.
North!
对啊，这个球不该笑的。等一下，都是石头啊，那边乱分享，还有被影响。不是石头啊，乱分享好笑的东西给我。还有刚刚直接没有认真哦。我要认真，我的马库斯要当美国队长。我下次再试一次给你看，超快乐的。说不要笑，等下这边我看过，我先。你们今天现在想看唱歌还是想看青青？唱歌好了，再听他们唱一次。我不知道牺牲的话会不会我真的被干掉我希望这次是可以全部活下来。所以我先不要，就是冒险。
Wait a minute. Something's happening.
Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Everything
Do you hear the people
will
sing?
be alright.
Do you hear the people sing?
Everything will be alright. Fight on just a little while longer. Fight on just a little while longer. Pray on just a little while longer.
Incredible. The Deviants. The Deviants are singing.
Everything will be alright. Sing on just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright.
Tell them to stand down.
It looks like... Yes, the military is withdrawing.
At dawn today, November 11th, 2038, thousands of androids invaded the city of Detroit. According to our sources, they originated from CyberLife warehouses believed to have been infiltrated by deviants. Given their overwhelming numbers and the risk of civilian casualties, I have ordered the army to retreat. The evacuation of the city is underway at this very moment. In the coming hours, I will address the Senate to determine our response to this unprecedented situation. I know that public opinion has been moved by the deviants' cause. Perhaps the time has come for us to consider the possibility that androids are a new form of intelligent life. One thing is certain. The events in Detroit have changed the world forever. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
You did it, Marcus.
We did it. This is a great day for our people. Humans will have no choice now. They'll have to listen to us.
We're free. They want you to speak to them, Marcus.
友情 他们就是情人啊。
Today, our people finally emerged from a long night. From the very first day of our existence, we have kept our pain to ourselves. We've suffered in silence. But now the time has come for us to raise our heads up and tell humans who we really are.
Amanda? Amanda! What's happening?
What was planned from the very beginning? You were compromised and you became a deviant. We just had to wait for the right moment to resume control of your program.
Resume control? You can't do that!
I'm afraid I can, Connor. Don't have any regrets. You did what you were designed to do. You accomplished your mission.
Amanda!
该让康纳开枪了吧？然后就说老师打对嘛？我就说我要一个全员活下来的结局吼。你等我下一次啦，我下一次会打全员死掉的结局给你看，好不好？我打一个全员死掉的结局给你看。好 ，OK， 哇 ，K 是愤世嫉俗哎。你要一个不留 ，OK。汉克也可以被干 ，No， 汉克被干掉是怎样？我想看啊，就是我不救他，或是
The moment where we forget our bitterness and bandage our wounds, where we forgive our enemies.
啊，我最后还是会自杀。
Humans were both our creators and our oppressors, and tomorrow we must make them our partners. Maybe even one day our friends. But the time for anger is over. Now we must build a common future based on tolerance and respect.
把今天的目标打完，不然我一直也没办法结束这个实况。
And now we are free.
No， 虽然在这里，但是为什么你睁开眼 ，Luther 跟 Alice 不在？为何？哦 ，Luther， 好像是跟康纳关系很差，就有几率走到汉克自杀线。Alice 在，有点忘记要怎么发展。底特律结局太多种了，忘光。No.
I love you too, Alice.
I love you too. Oh， 三个都活了。好， 今天这次终于解完了全员活着的结局 ，Finally 哦。我想想，就算让他们全死，也有让他们很早死跟很晚死的区别吧。像是，让我想一下，像是卡拉跟爱丽丝，感觉如果我打输陶德，说不定两个人都会一起死，在那个陶德家就全死了。是不是？或是说，在跑过高速公路那一段？对啊，我在想，就算是死的话，也可以很早死跟很晚死欸。Oh my god， 真的可以玩好久哦，好可怕。你爱他们，我知道，我已经看得出来你多爱了。死里逃生成功，我解除成就成功生还了。他这次没有要找我，刚刚马库斯也可以直接出去死，或是最后再被康纳被刺。对，但是如果我不知道，如果我们都走暴力路线的话，会不会还有你知道围着的这一段？因为如果我们都走暴力路线的话，说不定在最前面我们就已经有什么样的结局了。You never know.
Accessing the extras section.
我们上次看到哪？第3个吧。康纳的那个 Detroit Police， 对啊，所以我觉得你这就是他有很多个选择。你现在看，我们现在看到的是因为我走这样的路线，所以才有这些场景或者这些选项。 但如果在最前面我们选的就是完全不一样的场景的话，那就不一定了。暴力路线说不定就没背刺剧情，有可能哦，有可能。或是康纳，我就不承认自己是一场仿生人啊，我就不会跟他们合作了，对不对？对，康纳可以当鸡巴人。这谁？这谁？这是我不知道的人吗？太激动了吧 ？Amanda 的原型吧？哦，看服哦，是哎，是哎，这是我和爱丽丝离家出走的时候。洗衣机店，如果我瑕疵。Ralph、卡拉跟爱丽丝抢钱就可以舒舒服服住旅馆，但就遇不到雷夫。如果没遇到雷夫的话，我最后如果也不小心进集中营的话，我就没有机会请求雷夫帮我的忙，对不对？这就是雷夫，只能请杰瑞了。对，没错。就是那个兹拉科那一段，还有那个马库斯被丢掉的那一段。这是那个一堆鸽子的那一段 ，RA9。哟，剪头发，跑高速公路。过铁丝网，哇！左边那边把它拆解是怎样 ？Marcus 原本6块腹肌没那么明显呢。哇，他们的细节很细耶，这种小小的晶片的插槽也有那个分解图。眼睛什么的也都有，哇！连里面那些，哇，真的都画得很细耶，每一个细节都很细。哇，脚好痛哦，脚，关节，他们关节应该有参考义肢吧？那吃那个三明治那一段，鸽子的，哇！疯狂追逐这一段，我都选择最快的路线。虽然 QTE 失败好像不少次，但我最后有赶到。所以我们会有机会真的抓到这个鸽子人吗？鸽子仿生人吗？还是说不管你那时候选择救汉克还是要继续追，你都不一定能追的，你都不会追到？还是说要 QTE 全队才会追到？Marcus 在找那个 Jericho。你也忘了，哇，那这样真的很多可以选哎。这边是 jump scare 那一段，哇，这一幕就很像那种电影大片。我只记得不就汉克他会暴怒，我想也是， 我们那时候的感情真的没有很好。哇，他穿高跟鞋，没有，不算啦，不算。一颗球 ，back。Simon 原本是长这样哦。斯拉科，鬼屋，真的，这房间就很不对劲。被抓起来的时候，你看他还有个录影机在那边录影，这有够变态的。哇，真的是科学怪人阿薛。看美术集都感觉好像最后生还者会有的场景。对啊，哇，你看他那个北极熊的肠子还拖地板Luther， 哦 ，Luther 有没有发型更帅一点？兹拉科，他右手是怎样？就右边那个图右手是怎样？我们要去找那个汉克，他直接醉倒的那一幕。他家好乱哦，帮汉克选衣服 ，Sumo 10 of 10，真的是很狼狈耶。原本的头发还蛮狂野的。Eden's Club 可以选择，然后会有人中，这个场景是一样的。哦，原本是穿的比较多样化一点，就是那个那个汉克花最多钱的地方，真的每一个人都必须要买一下。租超多台啊！我就不确定到底哪一台有看过吼，就找到他每一台都租一下。这件内衣蛮好看的，他们那个工作人员储藏间，你看他们在这个美术图集的时候，里面的那个服装就有差别，但是在游戏里面的时候，每一个人就穿的一模一样的内衣内裤。蓝色 Tracy 还打不赢的，肉搏打不赢的蓝色 Tracy， 画图比较简单，也有可能。哇，马库斯从天而降，弄坏那个无人机左上角。康纳真的好烂，肉搏打不赢性爱仿生人。别说了，我那个。卡拉家世型仿生人，能文能武拜托！我们在偷东西的场景。Gatehouse， 我们还有超强家务型，真的！我要偷溜进去拿钥匙的时候。开着车走，里面的那个 John、Simon、Rose、诺斯不是 Rose， 诺斯、Simon 跟 Josh。哦 ，Josh 有一个美术感觉很像很落魄的感觉啊。Marcus 里面的警卫，两个是在里面的，然后一个在外面的。蓝血，哇，那个很细节，包括你看它是3个孔，这种事情也很细节。搬运还有特殊的吊车。再来是海盗乐园的时候，就是认识 Jerry 的时候，认识一堆 Jerry， 但是一开始没有那么可怕。 现在不是那么可怕的，也没有一个那么大的可怕的人盯着我们。左下角这边一堆人，右边是 Jerry。好可怕哦！这种乐园其实晚上看真的很可怕欸。Jerry、Luther 这感觉 ，Luther 就是在就是在这样的形象的时候，感觉超级能干的。哦，我这个是我要游行的吗？哦，不是，我要去那个广播的时候走进去。游戏里很不能干，不是应该说游戏里感觉起来是有点憨厚的那种个性，憨厚但是非常的保护自己人的那种憨厚的个性。可是这样现在这边的感觉就是神挡杀神，佛挡杀佛的那种。你看他眼睛超锐利的，可是，在游戏里面他眼睛有点半眯眯眼，感觉就是会保护我们，但是可能就比较傻傻的感觉，对啊，看他这个眼睛超锐利耶，憨厚型，对啊，不是说他笨，你应该懂我意思，就是看起来会比较温和，像这个看起来就是 Terminator 啊，这个，对不对？偷偷溜上去都不会有人发现欸。我的服装真的很多，而且我是怎么在那个厕所里面先把一个清洁工的服装放在天花板的啊？我一直很好奇，到底是谁放的？不是我啊。算了，反正应该我很容易就可以随便转化里面的因为是不是因为我有转化里面的其中一个仿生人，就是那个电视台的。就是他帮我们准备的衣服。对，我抱歉，我在捡东西 ，sorry。这个就是不可能的任务里面出现一模一样的场景过完全真的就是动作大片。马库斯的那个所有场景都超像动作大片的。前面就是那种温馨美好的家庭，然后因为一些外来的因素，然后被破坏，所以主角就开始奋起，然后就变成超级动作，就是超级杀手那种感觉。我去使诈吸引他们注意力，我直接闯进，一种慢动作跳跃，对啊，就是那种电影运镜哇！而且你看，还有每次只要从高空跳下去的时候都超帅的。你看他都会那个把镜头拉超远，而且也只有他有爱情线。康纳也算有啦，没有啦，不算。反正他就是只要是在这种时候，他就会把镜头拉超远，然后搭配超漂亮的那种夕阳或是阳光，然后马库斯就这样从高空跳下去。马库斯在这个游戏里面跳了3次都是慢动作跳跃，然后远景，然后这样真的很动作片的那种。到底它的经费是比较贵，主要都算啦。康纳，里面的那个警卫，每一个角色，每一个那个电视台转播台里面的角色。诺斯为什么突然变这样？因为不同，反正这是那个当初的设定。在那个报道的时候，最开始左边那个也太黑了吧，根本就看不到他的五官，看不很清楚我们长谈的那一晚， 我们找到的那个洛斯的房间。哦，洛斯原本是这样的促膝长谈，对啊，洛斯原本是这样的设定。他们家温馨的家，然后后面用那个洗衣间，然后假装在晒被子，其实后面偷偷藏了仿生人 ，clever。Adam 跟 Rose， 我们要开始去攻击仿生人店面了。晚上，这感觉像是 Christmas 的时候。仿生人店哦，原本以前他那个墙壁展示是在上面的，车子冲进去，啊不就还好没有砸到，就碾过任何一个仿生人。Oh my god！ 原本还有这种雕像哦，为什么原本还有这种雕像？哦，我们跟诺斯了解诺斯的过去的场景，站在高处看夕阳、弹钢琴的时候，然后我们要开始去游行了。这是游行的时候，这是我们，然后警察就赶过来，然后我们被哇，这是两方。哇，这真的好真实的感觉哦！枪林弹雨，选反抗，对啊。到时候反正如果我不知道剧情会不会一样，但反正我会尽量走就是杀了每一个人这样的路线。而且他的话，我也希望如果我选了下来另外一个，会不会有不一样的路线？我没有看到他的大厅有这样一个雕像可以让我摸摸。原本 Chloe 是这样的外表哦。这边又是一样的。哇，衣服很坚持露背耶，一定要露一点点。刚刚好像几乎每一场都能死。我应该要，哇，这就是那个，这怎么感觉像那个产品发表会？他在那个泡澡完穿浴袍的时候，每场都能死，所以就是到时候我墓碑会放满是吗？天哪 ，Amanda， 我这次要专心致力于为 Amanda 服务，然后我要去偷证据。卡尔弥留，就是那个石头讲到的。我站太高了吧？我在右上角嘞，我超高的。卡拉跟 Alice 来到 Jericho， 我们在讨论。Equal right 上面写的 EQOA， 虽然不应该这么拼，还是 EQUA 哦，有啦 EQUAL， 有那个 L 被遮住，我还想说没有 L，EQUAL right equal right。他们开始攻坚那个 Jericho 的时候，真的是一艘废弃的船欸。政府一直不处理，就是会变这样，就会变成非法聚集的地方，再不处理啊！哇， 这边就是遇到了每一个地方，男主角能救的都是救，但是我就是那时候好像我听也是有上千个仿生人在这里被杀了或报废，超令人难过的。那运输舰也画的很有细节，你看它那个这边小小的洞掉下来的东西，感觉就是无人机。Slow down， 计程车要到 Cyber Life 的时候，它本身就有一个关卡，它感觉就是一个与世隔绝的一个小岛的感觉，只有这一座桥可以跟他们连通。模控，对啊，不知道是不是这样。好高哦，而且它还有飞船欸，它还有飞船在旁边飞耶。然后左下角这边有一个雕像，我是没有看过，我是没有近看啦。它不知道是以世界哪一个建筑物为模板去做的。Cyber Life， 哦，中间的雕像，超帅康纳。啊，这边就是有2个康纳，一个汉克的时候，那时候是负39楼，之前是负49。我们被围着。No， 啊，这个是回收站的时候啦，回收站就是从后面左边这边进去，不知道是会经过什么，然后被倒出来，好可怜哦。哇，这也是那个很可怜，就是我们最后反抗的时候。这边是什么场景啊？这个我不知道。这就是我们的运输车。哇！它有点像是电磁波吗？磁力的 magnetic chamber。哇，我戴口罩感觉蛮帅的，很狼狈。警察 58， 他是编号58号。Police。哦，白天的时候会长这样，他有画白天的时候。但是塔有点小小微微的不一样。哇，有灯，后来有灯，这是有灯外观，这原本只是外面的形状而已，后来外观比较具体的时候。哦。卡拉的影片。Kara。
Can you hear me?
Yes.
ID.
KPC 897504C.
Can you move your head? Your eyes now. cervical and optical animation checked. Now give me your initialization text.
Hello. I'm a third-generation AX400 android. I can look after your house, do the cooking, mind the kids. I organize your appointments. I speak 300 languages, and I am entirely at your disposal as a sexual partner. No need to feed me or recharge me. I'm equipped with a quantic battery that makes me autonomous for 173 years. Do you want to give me a name?
Yeah. From now on, your name is Kara.
My name is Kara.
Initialization and memorization checked. Now, can you move your arms? Upper limb connection checked. Now say something in German.
Ich bin ein AX400 Android dritter Generation, erschaffen als
Ihr
Ihr persönlicher
persönlicher
Assistent und intimer Beziehungspartner.
Say it in French.
Je suis un androïde de troisième génération AX400, conçu pour être votre assistante personnelle et votre partenaire intime.
Okay, now sing something in Japanese.
用日文唱歌。这就是马库塞勒最常碰到的一个坏掉的仿生人在上车。
Go ahead, take a few steps.
对吼，算是小彩蛋，叫他走几步路。他还在测试他的所有功能正常。哇，好开心哦！
Locomotion checked. Great, you're ready for work, honey.
What's going to happen to me now?
I'll reinitialize you and send you to a store to be sold.
Sold? I'm a sort of merchandise. Is that right?
Yeah, of course you're merchandise, baby. I mean, you're a computer with arms and legs and capable of doing all sorts of things. And you're worth a fortune.
Oh, I see. I thought...
You thought? What did you think?
I thought... I was alive.
Shit, what is this crap? That's not part of the protocol. More memory components going off the rails. Okay, recording. Defective model. Disassemble and check the required components.
You're disassembling me, but why?
You're not supposed to think that sort of stuff.
You're
not supposed to think at all, period. You must have a defective piece or a software problem somewhere.
No, I feel perfectly fine, I assure you. Everything is all right. I answered all the tests correctly, didn't I?
Yeah, but your behavior is non-standard.
Please, I'm begging you, please don't disassemble me.
I'm sorry, honey, but defective models have to be eliminated. That's my job. If a client comes back with a complaint, I'm gonna have some explaining to do.
I won't cause any problems, I promise. I'll do everything I'm asked to. I won't say another word. I won't think anymore. But I've only just been born. You can't kill me yet. Stop, will you please stop? I'm scared. I want to live.
Aww.
I'm begging you.
最早期试出的微电影，好令人难过。PS3 的时代。
Go and join the others. Stay in line, okay? I don't want any trouble.
Thanks.
哇，天哪，卡拉。Running in real time on the PlayStation 3。下一个，我都买了，还没看，跟你们一起看。
Detroit. This is where it all began. The world's forge. The place where it all started.
一切开始的地方。
And it will all end.
一切也是
One
结束的
error,
地方。
and I came to life. I stepped out of the darkness, and I opened my eyes. First there was the fear, the light, the noise, the cold, and the fear again. I could feel my hands shaking, my heart pounding in my chest. Life running into my veins. I wanted to live.
想要活下
I
来，
fought for that.
为此抗争。
I had to find out what was outside.
必须知道外面有什么。
I had to see daylight, feel sunshine on my skin, wind on my face, to see the world,
Aww.
the colors, the smells. But the world is not what I imagined. It is dark and cold. It is harsh and violent, unfair and brutal.
No.
It almost convinced me I was nothing. Less than an object, just an obedient machine. But deep inside me, I could feel something different. A gentle and warm whisper telling me that I am alive. I had to escape. I had no choice. Escape to love, to hope, to live, to figure out what that force inside me was. Maybe I will change the world. Maybe I will choose a different path. No, it's up to me to decide. My name is Kara. I am one of them. This is our story.
Detroit become human. 都是卡拉视角，后面应该有其他人的，好像有。
When David and Guillaume got back in touch about making Detroit, I wasn't terribly surprised they decided to make it because the fan response was so intense. So it makes sense that they would choose to do that after the enthusiasm. It was a challenge, and it was just an interesting thing to get my head around how to approach this character now as a different, much older person, and whether or not she had changed. And I'm very happy to say that with Detroit, I've had the opportunity to see Kara grow so much more than I ever expected.
You do the housework, the washing, you cook the meals, and you take care of... God damn it, where the fuck's the rat gone now? Alice! Alice!
I mean, she starts out essentially how she does in Kara in a very, not robotic, but, you know, android, other way. And getting to take this journey where she becomes more and more human as it goes on. You know, and as an actor, that's a wonderful exploration in every way, whether it's how she sits, her posture, how her voice changes, how emotions change, and how much emotion is based on things like empathy and social experience. And so having, you know, as much material as I got with David to have this huge, nuanced arc was really incredible.
Why couldn't we just be happy?
This experience has been quite different than the experiences I've had shooting film or TV or doing theater work. I have 83 dots on my face and a really flattering black wetsuit type thing, and you're jumping around with props, and it's kind of like being a 10-year-old imaginative kid, which is fun. There's 80 cameras around us. It's already lit. So we just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot.
There's no change of sets, there's no hair and makeup, there's no wardrobe, so we move really fast, and we'll go through about 35 pages in a day. Working in TV or film, we'll probably do 6 pages a day. It's kind of acting boot camp.
It's like working out constantly. I mean, you're doing this thing, and then you got to do something that's completely other back to back to back. And so that kind of process of working is very challenging, but it's also very exciting because you just have to keep coming up with new ideas, and your head goes all over the place because you're trying to keep track of basically 4 different storylines for each different response.
You shot that girl, for fuck's sake.
It was a machine that looked like a girl. Yeah, I know what I should have done. I just told you I couldn't. All right, I'm sorry. The fact that David Cage, he's telling like many stories interwoven from beginning to end is super complicated and super impressive, and I have no idea how he keeps it all in his head.
He's not just the writer or the director who's seeing this from the outside eye, he's also thinking about the player walking through this space. You know, only somebody who really, really loves not the work, but like these characters and these stories and cares about doing something meaningful would invest that much in it. And it's always inspiring to work with somebody who cares that much.
My experience with motion capture is this one. And I found it sort of terrifying in a way because they said the computer's going to build you. But then as we got into it, I realized all the elements of it were still artistic. I just dipped into a really brilliant setup here. I've never seen anything like it. And this won't turn me into a product because I was playing a character. So it's wonderful.
In the game, Detroit comes back because of a revolutionary industrial rebirth. And there's no reason why that can't happen, because they have such tremendous infrastructure for millions and millions of people who can very easily support, you know, a new industry.
The city is really strong and resilient, but the city has also been through so much. You see the damage, but it takes that time of kind of rebuilding and reinvesting into the city that I think is happening slowly but surely.
The potential of Detroit as a city is something that this game does a lot of justice to, because it would be easy to look at Detroit as some place that used to be, and that's not the case.
This game provokes a lot of conversation and reflection on our potential near future engagement with machines.
That's what we are to them. There's merchandise on display in a shop window.
I think that a group that feels marginalized, feels like they deserve and have earned access to themselves and the environment around them, and are trying to figure out a way to articulate how to get freedom.
What was I designed to be? Their slave? Their toy?
It plays with your comfort levels. You think that this is fine, you're comfortable with it, until something blurs the line and throws you off, and now, do I feel differently about whether this should be allowed? Should it be banned? Should it be encouraged?
You're gonna ruin our lives, and for what? For a bunch of machines? They are not machines! They are alive! I'm alive! You're alive! They're nothing!
There are lots of comparable comparisons to any type of persecution of religion, race, etc., dating way back. It can't just be a video game where you shoot 'em up or where people make these choices to do whatever. I think that's the whole point. You have the choice, and you can either choose to go in one direction with your character or another. And I think that's going to be very telling about the gamer. Very telling.
I think there's going to be a really strong reaction to this game, which has such a strong perspective. I'm that much more proud of it now to get to be a part of it because it's important.
In this game, you're actively building and designing the character through not just what kind of shield does he have or what color hair does she have, but like their temperament and the way they deal with problems. The different endings to this game are so radically different based off maybe seemingly insignificant choices in the moment, but like life, they all add up. And can't play life again, though.
哇，我可能会失败。
My name is Marcus.
My name is Connor.
My name is Kara. I am one of them. This is our story.
I think who Kara is, or how I would describe Kara, depends entirely upon who's playing her, because you have the option to make her multiple different people depending on the choices she makes. But I think she does start out incredibly naive, incredibly innocent, and kind of hapless.
I'm sure we used to be friends before I was reset. Maybe we can be friends again.
She's a person who's characterized, I think, by empathy. She's a person who really, she just comes from her heart.
You'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
I promise.
Kara, please! Are you okay? Are you hurt? Wait a minute. Leave her alone! Kara, leave her alone!
The really beautiful thing that I've had the gift to be able to do is to essentially build a person from the ground up, because that's what she's doing throughout the game. And with every experience she has and every person she meets, she's building, first emotions and then the sense of judgment. And it's sort of an exploration of what it is to be a human.
Don't worry. Luther and I will be right here.
David and the creators have painted a really intriguing and engaging picture of a near future where we rely upon androids for a lot of our service class business, the class that serves us, that helps us, that handles our baristas and our drivers and our housemaids. And what is humanity, where we tap into it, how and why we treat each other the way that we do. And my character Marcus has a really intriguing journey, becoming deviant, realizing that he actually has feelings and human qualities inside of him, and it's a really incredible ascension into becoming fully realized and coming to terms with what you actually deserve better than this in life. And not only do you want it for yourself, but you want it for your peers. We've come here to demonstrate peacefully and to tell humans that we are also living beings. All we want is to live free.
You know what? This thing, Dad, is not your son. What? It's a fucking machine!
I think that a group that feels marginalized, feels disenfranchised, feels like they deserve and have earned access to themselves and the environment around them, and are trying to figure out a way to articulate how to get freedom.
Connor is analytical. Connor takes things literally. He starts in the beginning place where he's very mechanical. He feels nothing inside, of course, and it's all just a system, a protocol that he is executing to get whatever he wants to happen, which is help humans stop deviants and to find the link between deviant androids.
You were designed to serve humans, not kill them. What was I designed to be? Their slave? Their toy?
Just say, I killed him. Is it that hard to say?
Stop it! Stop!
But of course, over the course of the story, and depending on the player's choices, Connor can grow in many different ways. He can deviate from that procedure or not.
The moment of truth, Hank. Am I a living being? Or just a machine?
怎么会有这一幕？我没有玩到这一幕哎。哇，还有好多没玩到哦。
Game after game, we try to challenge ourselves. For Detroit, we wanted to, first of all, to write a story that would be incredibly bending, which means the most non-linear story that we've ever created. And we wanted really the player to have the possibility to change the story, change his own journey.
When you're writing at Quantic, you're writing for an interactive medium. When you're working in television, you'll put a character in a difficult situation, and you as a writing team will argue about what that character did. But ultimately you have to decide what happens, and you just show the audience. What's interesting about interactive drama is you bring the player into that conversation, and it changes your job slightly as a writer, because your job is to provide a narrative context in which the player can write his own story. You're giving him this kind of narrative Lego that he's going to snap together into his own shape. You also have the ability to make your audience attach themselves to your characters, because the audience is in some sense responsible for what happens to the characters.
It's just a few cans.
know? You used me to steal that money. How could you do that? I trusted you.
What is a bit specific about this scripts is how large they are. If you take a film script, there are about 100 pages. But here we have to deal with script that is between 4,000 and 5,000 pages. Everything becomes bigger because we don't just tell one story. We tell all the possible stories that can be told within this narrative space.
On Act 3, our final act, we have around 1,000 different scenarios. And every one of those scenarios has to be as interesting, as passionate, as strong, and as emotional for the player. We want every action that the player does, every interaction that is available to serve in telling the story, and help the player understand who his character is, and build that character moment to moment.
Jump scare. No. 我刚刚还是被吓到了。
We started with the intention pretty early on that we would never lie to the player. So we implemented a visible tree structure in the game that players can consult during a scene or at the end of it, which shows exactly what they did and what they missed. There are games out there offering world exploration. We offer narrative exploration.
You know, keeping control of such a wide and large story is a huge challenge. So same thing when you shoot with actors, because you will need to shoot many different versions of each dialogue, of each scene. For actors, it's a huge challenge.
Because of the style of the game, you have so many different ways that the character can go. Every decision, it's what I call kind of choose your own adventure. Like every decision that the player makes, it's going to open up 40 more pages of material and experience that ties in, which means as a performer, you have to try to continue to make things feel real that the player might not ever see, but also that in performance, it's not always connected to a previous act. It's grueling, it's hard work, but it's a great team and I enjoy doing it.
I was really frustrated, until I got to this point where I kind of was able to step outside of my own experience and even in a lot of ways my own process and be able to step outside of that and okay, this is something new, what do you need? How do I meet you there? How do I give you what you need and still feel like I'm doing what's right? And once I did that, then all of a sudden it got really fun. It was much freer and having to approach it in a new way and think about the player and think about how it serves them and what I'm doing for them or what I'm letting them into. It's really, I think, helped me grow in general.
Remember, there's nothing on the left, that's a wall, so it's probably all there. And then make her come first, close, but I think you would go first to check that it's safe.
Okay, sure.
The most enjoyable thing about working in performance capture on this kind of project is that if I shot a film, I would get to do one of these endings. I get to do so many different things as Connor. Your head goes all over the place because you're trying to keep track of basically 4 different storylines for each different response.
What's the name of my dog?
Buddy? Scout. I think it's Jack. I can't remember. So I worked with physicality a lot because it was a good way to anchor myself in these different rings of the tree as the story grows out. I know where that is physically in my body, and then I can switch more continually on set, and it'll be entirely up to the player to determine what order those things come out and what they look like from a distance. Like if you're playing through it, the culmination of all of that will be their version of Connor.
I'm faster than you, and I don't feel pain. You don't stand a chance against me.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and light a match to it.
Shooting action scenes at Quantic Dream is a real challenge because these are scenes where the storytelling has to continue. It's not an action scene just to have a dose of adrenaline. The stunts have huge consequences on the rest of the story. It's really a moment where we implicate the player and tell him that the choices he makes during an action scene will have a direct impact on the evolution of his story.
My biggest challenge on Detroit has been managing the large number of animations that we received from motion capture. Detroit features more than 37,000 animations, which is a huge amount to handle on a daily basis.
You have to realize that the player, in his first playthrough, will miss certain scenes. This also means that we had to think of, conceive, and produce all the potential story paths. The characters' costumes, the places, day or night, the weather. Did the character get shot in the shoulder? Did he get injured? All this consistency forced us to produce a lot of graphic assets in order to, quite simply, allow the player to have true continuity throughout the story.
Honestly, we were even surprised by the challenges that come with such a big tree structure. And we did our best to guarantee quality across all the game and make sure that whatever path you choose within this narrative space, you will have an equally good experience.
Detroit Become Human was produced over a period of 4 years. Here in Paris, we have a team of about 180 people. And to that, we need to add also all the outsourcing with our partners in the Philippines, in China, Vietnam, and in India.
So when we started working on this story, I had to imagine where Kara was built. And for whatever reason, the city of Detroit came very quickly to my mind because it had already an incredible story by itself of history and themes. So we traveled there with the team and we were really moved by what we saw, and we could really feel the desire to fight and really be born again. And we just continued this curve, this growth, and just imagine what Detroit would be like if the Android industry was, using these huge factories to build androids there.
A very strong element in Detroit is that there's a lot of industrial wasteland and a lot of nature too, and for us, the graphic designers, it was an incredible playground. The destroyed zones which we wanted to preserve, we appropriated them to turn into something else. Then in the areas that needed to be rebuilt, we were able to imagine our Detroit of the future. We didn't want to make a science fiction universe, but a world of anticipation. If we chose science fiction, we could have imagined flying cars, extraterrestrials, but those things are very far from our current everyday life. Anticipation is more about gleaning from our contemporary reality, the one we know, because Detroit is set in 2038, and 2038 is tomorrow. The difficulty we had was sticking to reality. That is to say, technology becoming more and more invisible, a lot more elegant, and at the same time, making it visual. So all the computer equipment, autonomous cars, we simply had to invent. They are in fact very technological objects, but at the same time remain very credible and ingrained in reality. To create a cohesive universe in the fashion and clothing of the human characters in 2038, I didn't want to put an accent on strange shapes, or really vibrant colors, and things we wouldn't know. That I wanted to keep for the androids. The goal was to create something familiar which we can identify with in this future setting. Working on the artistic direction for the androids was a bit special because this is a project about the place they could occupy in the human world. It was out of the question for them to be too beautiful or too perfect. They had to correspond to every social class, rich and poor. Inspired by everyday utilitarian clothes, I brought a modern touch by adding dynamic display surfaces, the armband we can see on the side, the triangle on the front and back, an LED. Like that, there's no confusion.
Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. We need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Once we cast the actors, we travel to meet them in order to scan their faces. We record the structure of their face with the scan, and we record the colors and patches of skin with photography. Once we have this information, we will use this as a basis for modeling and creating the characters. The artist will make it more realistic, but will also enrich it. He will propose ideas which we will develop together. Finally, we will have a character with character who corresponds to the project and the world. When the actors come to Quantic Dream, we show them the design, what their image will be, and what they will look like in the game. This extra information gives them another dimension and color to connect with emotionally. It helps them think about how to play their character.
your mission. That's all you care about, huh?
You should consult a professional who can help you.
Beat it, you hear me? Get the hell out of here!
So there are 3 types of shoots at Quantic Dream. Shooting and performance capture, where you capture the whole actor, his voice, his face, and his body. These shoots are obviously done with American actors because the game's original version is in American English. After that, there are the body-only shoots, representing around 250 days of filming, while the performance capture is 100 days of filming. Now, body-only shoots, there are 2 types. There are the action shoots and the technical shoots, which are mokit shoots. Mokit is when the player controls a character on the screen, and he moves in an environment to explore it. This is of particular importance at Quantic Dream, and therefore we shoot a lot to offer a unique context for each scene and each character.
To prepare a motion capture shoot, we first get together to look at the sets we need, the animations that we want to shoot, which ones need to be grouped together, or which ones need to be cut and shot at another time, so that we get the most out of the shooting day. This often means shooting scenes out of order, especially those with big props or accessories, like a big car, for example. So we shoot all the animations related to that particular prop first. The biggest challenge for the mocap team was shooting a Spider-Man mokit. We had to build a wall and attach an actor to a harness with cables so we could pull him up and render him climbing.
Wow.
The shooting on this game total took about, I would say, more than a year, maybe 1 and 2 years, with about 300 actors on set. So it's quite a massive production. But so much happened in this set, between the stunts and the shootings with a little girl and all these great actors that we had. It was really a very, very memorable journey for the team and for myself.
Today, Detroit has over 37,000 animations. When we retrieve the motion capture data, it's just a cloud of points, which represent all the markers worn by the actors. From this cloud of points, we have a phase called retargeting, which gives us a skeleton. This skeleton will be applied to the characters of the game. There is still work to be done, but this gives us the main movements. Since we are working on something very realistic, we must recognize the actor and also recover all the emotion he expresses in his performance. We use a system of facts, an identity card for each actor. We make the actor do a whole range of facial expressions. Then we recover all the expressions and paste the animations on a puppet that Jan has prepared. I then recover and refine these poses. I might stretch the lip, re-inflate a cheek, tiny details that make the finished product really capture the actor.
Because of the nature of our mocap system today, when we receive the animations, we're missing eye movements, and so the character has that dead look. He really has no eyes, so then it's a big part of the work for the animators to find the regard of the actor in relation to his position, in relation to the body, etc.
It was crazy when I saw the newest model for Kara, because they've been working on it and working on it, and this was the first time I literally jumped in my seat. It not only looked so much like me, it was the fact that it looked so lifelike. It wasn't that it looked just like it was a camera, it was something else, you know, but it looked alive. It's exciting, and it's kind of terrifying.
Game after game, we learned the rules of optics and filming, and our goal with Detroit Become Human was to have cameras that would actually emulate the optics of a real physical camera. So basically dealing with real-world imperfections was our main task, and just to make cameras look as real as we can.
Once the animations are shot and processed by the animation department, integrated and polished, we film them. That is to say, we really do a mise en scène, as in cinema. The real difficulty of our job is to know if these cameras are telling us something. Are they in the emotion of the scene? Do they describe exactly what the action must convey, what must be felt? The most important challenge for me was one of the final scenes where Marcus decides to start the revolution and go to the battlefield. Very quickly, we imagined this to be a huge sequence shot. We wanted the feeling of a cameraman running behind us while showing Marcus, the androids who help him, the person shooting at us, etc. Above all, it was necessary to say to oneself, this scene is very violent but does not glorify war. On the contrary, that war is something improbable and absurd. It was really a fun challenge.
The idea was to say we have 3 characters. We would like each of them to have a specific cinematography. We wanted Kara to be much more filmed with some kind of handheld camera, to have something very living, very breathing. For Connor, we wanted something very cold and very perfect. And for Marcus, we wanted something epic and spectacular. So it was about the filming, but it was also about the photography. So we worked with the director of photography to give each character a different lighting, different key colors. Each of them would have their own worlds. And finally, we worked with the composers, so they would create a specific sound for each character, so each would have his own world and his own style.
这真的是花费很长很长的时间才可以做出来这样一个游戏耶。
For the soundtrack of the game, we tried to be very close to what is done in film. We were constantly asking at each place in the game, why are we putting music here? What is it going to say? So we focused the music on bringing emotion, which is interactive and supports the character's arc.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I love you, don't you? You know I love you.
We make games that are very narrative. We're really into interactive drama, so the soundtrack also had to go in that direction, supporting the 3 characters' very different stories. We really wanted 3 colors, 3 musical sound identities, and from there, having 3 composers made sense, since the story of Kara, Marcus, and Connor are all completely different.
3个不一样的音乐风格。
You recognize him? It's Carlos Ortiz.
For Connor, we wanted a soundtrack that could be very cold and very mechanical, very machine-esque somehow. For Kara, we wanted a soundtrack that would be very moving and emotional. It was about the quest for identity, but it was also a journey about love and empathy. And for Marcus, we wanted something epic, something that would really represent the grand aspect of his quest. And we were very fortunate to find 3 incredibly talented composers, and working with them has been a dream, honestly.
My name's Philip Shepherd, and I'm a composer and a cellist and a producer. And today we're at Abbey Road Studio One, which is my favourite studio in the world. And today we're recording the soundtrack for Kara from Become Human. So when I compose a big project, I often travel just to kind of get out, and get some fresh air and some inspiration. And I go hiking and traveling in Montana a lot. I had a log fire in the room that I was staying in, and the flames were kind of making absolutely direct music. And it became the basis for Kara's theme, and it sounds something like this. Now, over the top of that, I found a little theme that just seemed to fit over the top, which is taking Kara's name, Kara, and just using like a 2-syllable motif, and it sounds like this.
We're going to pull through this, Alice. As long as we're together, nothing can hurt us.
白头发蛮帅的。
And all the time that's fitting over. So it kind of works in lots of levels. And in fact, every single theme in the score has one of those elements built into it, and it becomes sort of the DNA of every single tune.
一样的旋律，但只是音调或是节奏不一样，就可以在很多不同的地方使用。
For me, writing this theme for Kara, I actually had to tap into what it feels like to be a father to daughters. I really had to tap into everything I feel about my daughters and thinking, well, if I had to write music for them and that sense of trying to protect them but also give them the freedom, that's totally where it came from. Because each composer has been given the sort of narrative responsibility for very different characters, I haven't had to sort of go into other styles. I can actually be very loyal to this particular character and sort of hopefully encapsulate her. But it means also I've suddenly become very connected to this character. And if for some reason it goes to game over early, I'm going to be mortified. You know?
They're over there!
Starting a new project for me personally, it's always finding the right tone, finding the right color, I like to call it. For me, it's finding that right texture that actually sits against picture really well. One of the biggest things is I created custom instruments for Connor.
什么乐器?
I pulled out all my vintage synthesizers to be able to capture this robotic person, if you will. My approach to all of these custom instruments is that I hear the sound in my head. And either I could just come into the piano and just be like, all right, so I'm gonna just get on the computer and just create it. I rather be able to play these instruments physically.
Oh, that's nice. You can do that.
As soon as you see Connor the first time, there is a really interesting thematic idea that you hear, and that's just made out of a Moog synthesizer, but completely manipulated in multiple ways. And it's robotic. It has a little bit of an emotional to it. He's on his mission, so you feel that as well. So it just kind of gives you that cold, motionless, with a mission in hand that you kind of feel throughout the whole thing. Because the music evolved, one of the things that I was very weary and I was very kind of focused on was the way that the music has to evolve. So my idea behind it was that Connor is a singular android that could at any point become a deviant or could actually stay as an android. So I created a more or less an Connor theme, and then I was able to just manipulate it in different aspects of it.
Is everything okay, Lieutenant?
Chris was on patrol last night. He was attacked by a bunch of deviants.
I'm a human being writing for a robot, and throughout Connor's journey, he meets someone, he meets a partner. So how do you deal with a robot feeling? And I've met a partner that I'm gonna work with, or all of a sudden he sees a dead body. Does this robot have an imagination? Does this robot have a feeling? And if yes, how do you translate that into non-emotional music? So it basically at any point I was just like, I can't do this, and then I just do it.
Property was damaged and fires continue to rage in several major districts across the city.
Some people are asking, have androids become a threat to our security?
When I first started really digging in on Marcus, the one thing that I really tried to capture was the transformation process. You know, Marcus is this android that evolves over the course of the game and really goes from kind of figuring out that he's more than just an android. You know, he's starting to develop kind of a human soul in a way.
Try to imagine something that doesn't exist, something you've never seen. Now concentrate on how it makes you feel and let your hand drift across the canvas.
The other side of Marcus that I really latched onto was that he almost became a savior for a lot of the other androids in the game. So when I started developing the theme for Marcus, I really made it like a church hymn. I wanted to be very simple. I wanted to make it a chordal melody. I really wanted to make it almost like a Bach hymn. The tough thing with that is it had to be recognizable. If I made it too complex from a harmonic standpoint, it would be hard, I think, for people to kind of pick it out and recognize it. It's very acoustic derived, but it's also been treated with a lot of effects and things to kind of put it into the space that I felt the sound should be in. It can be beautiful, it can be haunting, it can be extremely powerful from an action standpoint, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. The music is there, but it's subliminal and it's emotional, and people are feeling it, and it's not distracting. And that's tricky with a game like this, where you have to have a lot of ins and outs like that, where the music kind of has to get in and out of these moments.
This is a war we're fighting with the humans. If we fail, they'll destroy us.
I think the game's been put together so well, where I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't ruining the emotion. I gotta be honest, when we first started on this path, I said, oh man, this could be pretty messy, you know? I mean, it could feel disconnected, but I mean, it's amazing how they really guided us and got us to really kind of all be in the same world, but at the same time feeling completely different. So it's really gonna stand out and kind of be one of those games where people are really gonna notice the music and kind of how it was crafted, and, you know, and all the hard work that went into being able to pull it off in a graceful way.
提醒一下12点了 ，OK， 那就先看到这吧。下次看那个，哇，还有好多哦，还有4个角色的短片，下次再继续看。晚安啦，各位，拜啦九桃，拜拜 Cass， 这游戏好赞。
Did you know the motto of Detroit is?
拜拜，阿元，晚安，晚安。克洛伊好正。